Okay, I think we're ready. Let's start with Nova Scotia, all right?
Tagline?
Yeah, let's do a tagline. Thank you. So a tagline is basically you just introduce yourself. Say, hey, I'm Dylan Cragle, and I'm on NWCZradio.com. It's up there on the drum, if you forget. And this will go at the beginning of our show.
It is a tongue twister.
Yeah. Our show, the one that you're on, will be aired tonight between 9 and 11, and then it will be in podcast form, well, forever. But it'll be on our main our main show for the week. So on our website, nwconversionzone.com, I have a picture of you with your name, and if they click either one, it'll link to your page, and you can direct, if your fans or whoever can't, stay up tonight or whatever, you can always direct them over to that website and they can hear it anytime. Then we also put it on Facebook, on several places: Northwest Music Scene, NWCZ Radio, Northwest Conversion Zone. And so if you see it, you can just click copy link or whatever, and it'll actually show up on your page.
Oh, okay.
So, and you'll be in the first hour. So it'll be about, a little after 9 is when you come on.
Okay.
All right, so let's do a tagline.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dylan Cragle, and I'm on Northwest Conversion Zone Radio.
Best one yet?
Best one all day. Okay, so we're going to cut the mics, and we're going to start with no, you have headphones on? Okay, good.
Turn off your phones.
Yeah, if you have phones, put them on vibrate or turn them off. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, everybody. Just want to say I became aware of this, our next guest, several years ago. Well, about a year and a half ago. Somebody told me about Dylan Cragle, and I'm hesitant to bring on young, the young, whatever talent from around. You want to watch them a little bit, make sure they're not going to, burn out or just, be a flash in the pan. But I've been watching Dylan for a while, and I'm extremely impressed with not only his voice, but all of his stage presence and all the things that he has going on. And he has a brand new CD out, and we're going to talk about that. The song you just heard right there was Nova Scotia, What About Me? And in the studio today is Dylan Cragle. Dylan, how are you, man?
Great.
It's good to have you in. For everybody out there listening, Dylan is 15, and what a voice on a 15-year-old. Tell us about when you first discovered your voice. How did you find out, or at what point did you think, I'd like to give this a shot, this singing thing?
Well, when I was 10 years old, my friend Amanda Little, I kept seeing her perform at different places, and she was taking lessons at Gary Music Studios, where Heather Ruiz, one of your past guests, that's where
Extremely
she worked.
talented gal.
Amazing. She was my vocal coach.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I saw Amanda, I'm like, oh, I think I want to be a singer. So on my 10th birthday, my mom surprised me with vocal lessons. And we get there and they interview me and they're like, hey, I think you have a good voice. Yeah, let's keep giving you vocal lessons. Because they're not going to spend their time with someone that they don't think has a good voice. So then I kept having vocal lessons with them, and my vocal teacher was Heather. And again, she was just great. And that's when I discovered that I love singing.
Yeah, for those of you who don't remember, we had Heather Ruiz on a couple of years ago. A fantastic jazz and kind of a big band swing type singer, just amazing. And you can see her out at, well, Dabino's quite a bit, and I know she does a lot of plays and stuff. So hey, Heather, it's been a long time since we've seen you. If you're listening,
call back.
Yeah, still listening to that CD, honey. So okay, at 10 you get some lessons. They kind of endorse you a little bit and say, yeah, this kid's got chops. What was the first time you actually took the stage and belted out a song?
Well, the first time I ever went on stage was Heather tried to get me to try out for a singing competition, which it was at, I think, the Everett Mall, and it was tryouts there, and it was for a competition at the Puyallup Fair. And I sang Honey I'm Home by Shania Twain. And the first time I got on there, I started singing it, and I was so nervous. I was just rocking back and forth. I'm like, Honey I'm home and I have a heart in. And ironically, I actually got in, so I was surprised. But that's the first time I ever sang on stage. But the first time I ever sang on stage confidently was at Garrett Music Studios. They always did like a singing recital every year. And that's the first time I actually sang confidently was there, and I sang Carrie Underwood's Young and Beautiful.
And did you, so you say you felt confident about that when you got done, because you know, I know for a lot of singers, you know, there's the sort of pre-anxiety, and then there's the moment it starts, and there's, you know, you're trying to get into the rhythm, and then at some point you really find, you get into the flow, and then all of a sudden it's over.
Yeah.
When you walked off, how did you feel about it?
I felt great. I'm like, wow, I want to do that again.
Very, very good. Now let's talk about this. The CD you have right now. It has it's an EP. It has 5 tracks on it, and we played "Dance with Me" and Nova Scotia on NWCZ radio. It's very, very fine work, and I understand that you actually had to travel to Nashville for some of that.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How does that happen? How do you, guy from the South Sound, go across 15, whatever, go across country to Nashville, and who you're working with? What's that like? Is this like a rock star moment for you?
Well, basically, it's the closest I've been to a rock star. Well, I never thought that I would actually go to Nashville to record. It started out like a few of my recordings on my CD I recorded at VH Productions up on South Hill, and he moved down to New Mexico, so I no longer had a studio that I could be at.
Yeah, that's tough commute right there.
Yeah.
Even for Mom.
And my friend Randy, who he taught me for me, he wrote me Nova Scotia and Dance Me, and we were all wondering, we're like, how am I going to record this? We're panicking. We're like, we're just going to have to send you down to Nashville. So me and Mom, we planned it for a while, and we just packed up our things and went down to Nashville for 10 days and recorded down there. And it was so amazing down in Nashville. Everything was just perfect.
And where were you at in Nashville? How long were you there? Did you meet anybody that was of note to you?
We were there for about 10 days, and we stayed at around the Opryland area.
Nice, yeah.
And we spent a lot of time at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel because it was like right across the street, and we're like, oh my god, and because it's huge. But we got to meet Randy, which is known on YouTube as Captain Rock. Right. And that's how we really got to know him on there. We kept emailing him and stuff, and then called him on the phone a lot. And we recorded down in the studio. It's a little town off the side of Nashville. It's called Antioch. Mm-hmm. And we recorded at Ruby May Studios down there, and it was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of legendary ghosts rolling through Nashville. A lot of talent down there. Probably very cool, right? To roll into the city, kind of feel the vibe of it and stuff. I know Nashville's changed a lot from when I was young and hanging out there, but it's still Nashville. Nashville's always Nashville. So I think that's special that you got to do that. A lot of people don't get that opportunity, and you got it so young. So want to remind everybody that you can check out Dylan at dylancragle.com. It's all one word, dylancragle.com, and he has a very nice website. And a couple of opportunities to go hear him sing. August 22nd at the Kitsap County Fair. He's going to be on the Pepsi Family Stage at 2 o'clock. And then the upcoming Big Daddy of all fairs, the Puyallup Fair, he will be there. And you have to keep... Absolutely. Thank you for that.
That's it.
But you have
exciting.
Check out his website. He'll fill you in, or his Facebook page, fill you in on exactly where he's playing at that. And we're going to go into another song here real quick, play a little bit of this, and we'll come back to some more questions. Dylan Cragle is our guest today. This is his song titled What's Up with School. All right, name of that track is What's Up with School, and that's what I want to ask you about. What is up with school? What is it like for you being 15 and having a CD, you know, singing around at the fairs and different venues? I know you've been at Louis G's and so forth. What is it like for you to go to school? How do the kids treat you? You know, are you just another face in the crowd, or do you have a fan club? Do you have the bullies? What's going on at school for you?
Well, a lot of the lower grade people that don't actually personally know me, because the people that personally know me, they know I'm a dork. I'm just a regular kid.
No, you're not.
Double D knows dorks,
I am one.
and if he says you're not one, you're on easy street, brother.
But there are a lot of people at school that they're big fans of mine. They love my music. They are on my Facebook. They're always looking to see what's new, and they always scream the loudest at like the talent shows at school. And then there's all my friends who they think it's really cool. They're hoping that I can become real big someday, and I have a lot of supporters at school, and yeah.
That's awesome.
Just so they know somebody famous.
We know this kid, man. He's got a
Yeah,
CD.
they always say like, oh, someday when you become famous, I'll be able to say, I knew that kid.
And you'll be like, I didn't know you. What was your name again? No. I think that's very cool, because a school can be for anybody, whether you're you know, out there like you are and have talent that you're trying to put out on display, because you're going to get naysayers and you're going to get people that back you and so forth. School's tough just for the average kid, and I think for you, who's kind of, you know, putting yourself out there, I hope you'll just stay strong with that and don't let the naysayers get you down. There's always kids that are, and others that are jealous or going to want to say mean things to try to hurt your feelings or whatever. Ignore them. They're jealous and they have nothing going on, really. You know, they're wishing they could do this very thing. So just want to give you that. Just plow through school, you get out, and once you graduate, it becomes the great equalizer. Those people fade away, and those that actually have ambition and drive move forward.